I've worked hard my entire life. And at this age, I don't want to worry about Polyev cutting pensions.
Oh, come on. Cringe, unbelievable cringe. Welcome back to Moose on Loose. My name's David. Today's top story here, we've got Anita Anand puts out a Christmas video. It is unbelievable cringe. We've also got a conservative who lists off all of Justin Trudeau's scandals that she could find. I had a few myself. There's a few in the comments section, and I'm sure we've missed out on some of them. We've also got Trudeau's new Liberal campaign ad for the election. Spoiler alert, it sucks. Among some other stuff, let's jump into this. What you're about to see here is Anita Anand, Justin Trudeau's new Minister of Transportation, with a Christmas video. This is quite possibly one of the worst cringe of the year.
Good morning, Minister.
Good morning.
Here are your speaking notes for tomorrow's roundtable with Canadian airlines and airports.
Thank you.
And the report on the revised air passenger protection regulations is also ready for your review.
Thank you. I've been waiting for those.
Perfect.
Come on. They're trying to seem all professional, like they're actually running their country.
Minister, we'll need your sign off on the statement to media about how auto theft is down by 19%. Okay.
Oh, is it? Is auto theft down? Is that why it's so rampant in our streets?
Perfect.
Perfect. And we've also received an update on the holiday travel preparations.
Okay, I'll take a look at it.
This is so phony.
Don't forget, we need your urgent approval to clear Santa's flight. He's scheduled to take off soon. It's one of your new responsibilities as Minister of Transport.
I've been so looking forward to doing this. Is Santa well rested and ready to fly?
Oh,
Santa has
please.
submitted all his pre-clearance forms, and the reindeer are healthy and ready to fly.
Oh, stop. Stop with this. This is so bad.
Oh, hi, Santa.
Hello, Minister.
I've just received your flight plan and I'm giving you the green light to take off, Santa.
Stop.
Aw, thank you.
Make it
I
stop.
wish you a very Merry Christmas. Oh,
Thank you, Santa. Merry Christmas to you too. And please, stay safe on your journey.
Somebody stop this madness. Stop spending our tax dollars on this. They're likely using a $2,000 lens to shoot this shot. I can't take this.
Santa is now cleared for takeoff. Merry Christmas, happy holidays, and Happy New Year to all.
No, no. Don't use our tax dollars to do this crap. Never again. Cringe. This is unbelievable cringe. I'm surprised she didn't ask for Santa's proof of... Can't say that word on the channel. Oh, there's a lot of cringe emojis in here. These webisodes of whatever they are cringe and embarrassing. These liberal videos are always high school production quality. They're pathetic and insulting to our intelligence. She's throwing her hat into the ring of leadership. That's probably what this is. She's trying to seem like the boss. That's how this is filmed. Like she's the one in control. And then we all got this. The photo of her at the food bank, just so disconnected from reality. Big smile, like people are starving. This is fun. Let's take a photo. Wow, they really don't get it. They just don't. No, they do not. People aren't buying gifts this year, liberals. Take the hint. People are poor. People are broke. People are starving. Just call an election. Call an election. You, just why? Absolutely sick. Cringe. Same damn script as last year. So cringe. All liberals are drama actors. So next up here on one of the last days of the House of Commons session for 2024, we've got MP Leanne Rood, who reads out, as you can see here, 68 scandals, all the scandals she could find of Justin Trudeau and the Liberal government here since he's been in power. Check this out.
Madam Speaker, I would like to read into the record a list of every Liberal scandal that I could possibly find. Now, fair warning, the list is not exhaustive, and I strongly believe the most rational individuals will believe that the government has not finished adding to the count. Now, traditionally, we would have the 12 days of Christmas, but after 9 years of NDP Liberal government, I bring you the 68 scandals this Christmas instead. So let's take a walk down scandal lane together as we review the 68 and continuing Liberal scandals. The Aga Khan vacation scandal, the prison needle exchange program, pressuring the Justice Minister to get Liberal donor SNC Lavalin off the hook and firing the Justice Minister for not helping with the cover-up. Some people experience it differently response over groping allegations. The We Charity scandal. Prime Minister assaults NDP MP in the House of Commons. Proroguing Parliament to escape the We Charity scandal. Sending personal protective equipment to China during a pandemic. Giving hundreds of thousands of dollars in ventilator contracts to Liberal Party insider Frank Baylis. Fake charges against Mark Norman. Rampant sexual assault in the military. Illegally invoking the Emergencies Act. Fabricating why the Emergencies Act was invoked. The Public Health Agency of Canada found committing contempt of Parliament in the Winnipeg lab document scandal. The Public Health Agency tracking scandal, trampling Canadians with horses, seizing Canadians' bank accounts, rampant abuse of staff in the Prime Minister-appointed Governor-General's office, the Governor-General wasting over $100,000 to throw private jet parties, Liberal connections with illegal casino magnates, vaccine delays and unwarranted vaccine mandates, dressing up in racist costumes on an official trip to India, dressing up in racist blackface costumes at least 3 times over 11 years. But
I should note too, if you look into that, he had multiple costumes. It wasn't just one. There was probably like 3 or 4 different ones in India.
you know, the Prime Minister is, this number is how many times the Prime Minister can remember. So mass airport delays and cancellations as we continue, decriminalizing hard drugs, lowering the flag for half a year, polluting more in 1 year on his private jet than an average Canadian does in half a lifetime, more than 72 secret order and councils, sending diplomats to a party at the Russian embassy during the invasion of Ukraine, having a minister give a $17,000 contract to a Liberal aligned media firm, letting Thomas Reuters take his chief of staff to the White House press correspondence dinner. The D&D minister misrepresents service, trying to get unwarranted border searches of electronics, restricting online free speech, spending $11 million to renovate the Prime Minister's cottage, raising the carbon tax during an energy crisis, and ignoring racist laws in Cpac.
Is she going to mention the $8 million barn? Remember the $8 million barn? That was just before I started here, but one of the most ridiculous spendings Trudeau's ever done. He has like a secret elevator that goes into the ground and stuff. $8 million on a very basic looking barn. It's probably some top secret hideout or something. Who knows?
Misinforming Canadians about electoral reform, skipping the first Truth and Reconciliation Day to go surfing in Tofino, eliminating mandatory minimums for gun offenses while going after law-abiding firearms owners.
Should note about the Tofino one, he denied that he was doing that, and then later it came out that he was in Tofino surfing while that was going on.
The Prime Minister flying in his private jet to climate conferences. The Prime Minister partying in Scotland maskless while Canadians were still under lockdowns. Failed reforms in the ATIP system, awarding contracts to government employees without proper bids, like in GC Strategies. The ArriveCan or ArriveScan app. The $8 million barn built at Harrington Lake. Jamaica vacation that cost Canadian taxpayers at least $162,000. Liberal cover-ups of foreign interference with the family friend rapporteur. Liberals not naming foreign threats. Bernardo and Magnotta prison transfers. Having a known compromised MP on the Liberal benches. The Speaker's Nazi scandal. The waiting to designate the IRGC as a terrorist group.
Family members getting paid out of the We Charity scandal. She mentioned We Charity, but specifically I think his mom and his brother were getting paid like 40 grand or 25 grand out of the charity. So what we have here is the Liberal Party's come out with their first TV ad for the 2025 election. It says right here, right on the Liberal Party's X account, with Pierre Poilievre's cuts, you pay the price.
As a parent, you never stop worrying. I heard that Poilievre voted against $10 a day childcare. It keeps our family going. Does he?
Really? And first off, let's just look back here. Why is this kid, he looks like Japanese or Korean. But if you look, the partner of this woman is not Japanese or Korean. Is the kid adopted? You just want to stick one person from every race in the video so they got their bases covered?
Keeps our family going. Does he just not get it?
Like, where's the Korean guy? Moving on.
I heard Pierre Poilievre has voted against more money for public health care and dental care. If he's willing to make cuts to health care, what else is he willing to cut?
Like, is this trying to get the Palestinian vote? They chose everything that all these people are wearing. They chose to put the letters on the fridge. They chose her shirt. This woman obviously looks Palestinian. If we look here, that black and white stripe pattern does look very close to this Palestinian kefe. Just saying, they chose everything that's in this video.
Maybe next year we'll be hosting in our own home. But when I hear that Poilievre voted against support for first-time home buyers, it feels like a big risk.
Yeah, it's a big risk. Poilievre voting against it, that's what made it expensive. Let's place the blame on Pierre Poilievre. This is just cringe, man. Trudeau needs to take accountability for what he's done to our country.
I've worked hard my entire life, and at this age, I don't want to worry about Poilievre cutting pensions or raising the retirement age again.
Oh, come on. They've obviously casted this old white man because in our country, the majority of older folk are Caucasian. Like, we're not stupid what you're doing here, Liberals. And And a side note, both the Liberals and Jagmeet say Poilievre's going to cut pensions. He's not once said he's going to cut pensions. This ad is weak and it's stupid. You can't campaign on your accomplishments because you don't have any, so you're just fear-mongering. The Liberal Party of Canada has been redeemably compromised. Trudeau is not a politician as much as a political construct, a bad actor, sloppily regurgitating scripted rhetoric at the behest of corporate globalist overlords. They're profoundly aware of the overwhelming majority of Canadians want an election, yet they cling to power and to continue to implementing this immensely detrimental agenda. He replaced any dissenting voices in his cabinet with loyalists that are actually going to continue this charade. Get angry, Canada, it's time. I mean, you just look in the comments, there's all sorts of stuff like this. Carbon tax, no carbon tax. Breaking 62 billion deficit. Which Liberal MPs publicly calling on Trudeau to resign. There's a huge list. We're up to 18 or 19 now. Next up, what we have here might make your blood boil, FYI. It says international students are dumping garbage and making our environment disgusting.
This is the neighborhood I grew up in. It used to be a beautiful neighborhood. Used to be a real good place to live. There's a rat right there. This is what we have. This diversity. Just disgusting.
That is disgusting. I don't know if he's caught international students dumping this. Is this a case of there's too many people and not enough services to take away that garbage from the dumpster? Either way, this is disgusting. We don't want Canada to start looking like India. I've done this before on the channel. If you go on India here, and quite literally you can take the little walking man here on Google and drop it anywhere in India and you'll find trash. There you go, folks. Trash by the river. This is actually one of the cleaner spots. This isn't in any way trying to humiliate India, it's just their cultural norm, and that's what this is proving. He's dropped this anywhere. You know, you can see right there, trash in the ground. This is not even that bad. There's a bunch of trash all over the ground here. We got a bunch of this blurred out, more trash on the ground. Right, I mean, like, look at this. This is disgusting. It doesn't matter where you drop it, there's always going to be trash on the ground in India because that's just part of the culture. We don't want that here. This cannot happen. We need to increase fines for littering in Canada to $10,000. Next up, we got this woman here telling us a story about how a guy bought a no frills, a guy from India, and then fired everyone immediately and replaced all the workers with temporary cheap workers. As it states here, she said new ownership at the Gagan and Savitir no frills in Meadow Lake.
I just had to pull over on the side of the highway and make this video because I can't bring what I just saw and experienced in Meadow Lake, Saskatchewan, back home. So here we are, it is the 20th of December, and the No Frills is a grocery store that came in about a year, maybe 2 years ago and took over from Extra Foods. And Extra Foods had been a staple in the community, right? There's generational family lines that are here and people that have been there for a long time. They were wiped out when No Frills came in, okay? And the owners of No Frills are from East India, and they're new. And so here we are, just a couple of days before Christmas, and I walked in there and I instantly got hit with this wall of sadness, loss, and grief. And I instantly looked around and I seen three of the workers that I've known for years that managed to stay through all these transitions bawling. So 4 people were fired at No Frills and instantly replaced with temporary workers before their ass even hit the door on the way out. The temporary workers and the influx of too many people here, and then now they're going to take out generational family lines in Canada right before Christmas and replace them with workers? What the f are we doing here? So we're still a community of people, right? Why are we allowing this to happen?
Consider that in the early 80s, you could live off a grocery store job. A professional baker paid $40 an hour in 2024 dollars. Yes, I've proved this before, even had pensions. This is what they've done to Canada over the last 40 years, slow boiled the frog. Oh, and Loblaw's parent company here got some $100 billion in other transfers federal government slush fund. I've been posting about. Here's some of the listed documents. Meanwhile, taxpayers send $1.5 million for the low carbon economy fund. Loblaw should not be getting our money. They can run their business by themselves. Why would they get our dollars? Why don't everyday businesses get dollars? It's only the big businesses that get money in Canada because they're friends with Trudeau. There you have it. It takes a full 4.5 minutes to list off the known scandals of Justin Trudeau. And there's some more that are not in there. I'm sure of it. How many scandals can one prime minister have before he gets thrown out of office?